Good morning, children. We are doing chapter number 1, the third level from Vistas. So let's continue our lesson, children. We were on page number 5, second para, and that was that. I left the same way I came, I suppose. Now, point to be noted, children. He clearly gives the description of his going, his reaching there. But he says that he doesn't remember that how did he come back, via which way he came back. He doesn't remember exactly. He can just suppose about it. Next day, during lunch hour, I drew $300 out of the bank, nearly all we had, and brought old style currency that really worried my psychiatrist friend. You can buy old money at almost any coin dealer, but you have to pay a premium. It means that you can buy the old currency, but you have to pay a little extra money to buy the old currency. My $300 bought less than 200 in old style bills, but I didn't care. Eggs were 13 cents a dozen in 1894. So here he talks about intersection of time and place. He says that when he is going to reach to Galesburg, Illinois in 1894, there the things would be much cheaper in comparison to the rates at which the things are sold in the present. So it did not matter to him that how much extra money he had to pay to get the old currency. Now children, you remember that he wanted to go to Galesburg, Illinois, and for that he wanted to buy the tickets. And as he did not have the old currency, he had come back because he did not want to go to jail or called a deceiver that time. Now his psychiatrist friend thought that he is maddened by the idea to reach the third level, and therefore when Charlie started to collect the old currency, he was worried. Psychiatrist friend was worried. But I have never again found the corridor that leads to the third level at Grand Central Station, although I have tried often enough. So now here the idea is that if in reality there would have been any third level, he would have easily found that. But why he couldn't find third level? Because there was no third level at all. It was only his imagination. But I have never again found the corridor that leads to the third level at Grand Central Station, although I have tried often enough. Louisa was pretty worried when I told her all this and didn't want me to look for the third level anymore, and after a while I stopped. I went back to my stamps. Underline this sentence, children. This is very, very important. I went back to my stamps. It suggests and it proves that he wanted temporary refuge from reality. He wanted to escape from reality, and his friends were right when they said in the beginning of the lesson, it is written that the friends said that as he wanted to escape from reality, that is why he was collecting stamps. His hobby of collecting stamps suggested his idea, his concept of temporary refuge from reality. But now we are both looking every weekend because now we have proof that the third level is still there. My friend Sam Wiener disappeared. Nobody knew where. But I sort of suspected because Sam's a city boy. And I used to tell him about Galesburg. I went to school there, and he always said he liked the sound of the place. And that's where he is. All right in 1894. Because one night fussing with my stamp collection, I found. Well, do you know what a first day cover is? When a new stamp is issued, stamp collectors buy some. Children, he says that his friend Sam Wiener has visited to the third level. He has gone to Galesburg, Illinois, and he is having proof of it. How does he have proof of it? He says, he gives the instance here. He tells about the evidence. Now he is telling us about the first day cover. So when we buy new stamp and use them to mail envelopes to themselves on the very first day of sale and the postmark proves the date, the envelope is called a first day cover. They are never opened. You just put blank paper in the envelope. So this is the definition of the first day cover that we have to learn. Now those who collect stamps, they want always the new ones for themselves. So when the stamp is issued on the very day, on the same day, the people who collect stamps, they get for themselves by putting it on a blank envelope. And on that envelope, they write the address of their own. In that envelope, they put a blank paper because they are mailing that envelope to themselves. And when the stamp comes, there is a mark, postmark, that proves that on this and this date, the stamp was issued. So he talks about the first day covers. That night, among our oldest first day covers, I found one that shouldn't have been there. But there it was. It was there because someone had mailed it to my grandfather at his home in Galesburg. That's what the address on the envelope said. And it had been there since July 18, 1894. The postmark showed that. Yet, I didn't remember it at all. The stamp was a 6-cent dull brown with a picture of President Garfield. Naturally, when the envelope came to Granddad in the mail, it went right into his collection and stayed there till I took it out and opened it. The paper inside wasn't blank. It read. So children, Charlie says that they are having the proof of the third level because his friend Sam Wiener has gone there. And then further he says that among the oldest first day covers of his grandfather's collection, that was his collection too. In that collection, he found a first day cover in which the envelope wasn't blank. There was something written. There was a letter inside. Now the address is given of Galesburg, Illinois. You can see in the right hand corner. And the date is also given July 18, 1894. Charlie, I got to wishing that you were right. Then I got to believing you were right. And Charlie, it's true. I found the third level. I have been here 2 weeks. And right now, down the street at the Dali's, someone is playing a piano and they are all out on the front porch singing, seeing Nally home. And I am invited over for a lemonade. Come on back, Charlie and Louisa. Keep looking till you find the third level. It's worth it, believe me. The note is signed Sam. Now, you can see the note, children. There nowhere it is written Sam. But Charlie says that this note is written by Sam. And this confirms the existence of third level. At the stamp and coin store I go to, I found that Sam bought $800 worth of old style currency that ought to set him up in the nice little hay, feed and grain business. He always said that's what he really wished he could do. And he certainly can't go back to his old business. Not in Galesburg, Illinois, in 1894. His old business? Why? Sam was my psychiatrist. So, children, it appears that Charlie, when told about Galesburg, Illinois, to his psychiatrist friend Sam Wiener, he was also impressed and fascinated by the story. It might be possible that he was also in an illusioned world and thinking that he was in Galesburg, Illinois. The chapter has an open end. Now, if you believe that Sam Wiener had really gone to the third level, then you will have to write whatever Charlie has written. That he got a note from the first day cover from the grandfather's collection where he was invited by Sam Wiener and the address was also given of the grandfather. The note was signed Sam. And if you believe that there is no third level, then you will write the opposite. The note, Charlie says that it was signed by Sam, but we cannot see the signature of Sam in the note that is given to us. Then you cannot say that third level exists. If it would have existed, why couldn't Charlie and Louisa get before? So there are many reasons about the idea that is described here. So it all depends upon you. I am going to give you both the answers and whichever you find convincing,